What is up, everyone? Welcome back for another Singleton Sunday, and EJthePodcast is joining us today with his Dinosaur deck. He keeps an opening hand of Xenon Banner, Crest of Wisdom, Seed of Cunning, Display of Knowledge, Madness, and Granite Monument. I'm playing my Strangers deck today, keeping a hand of Time Sigil, Fire Sigil, Crest of Impulse, Token of Knowledge, Skycrag Stranger, Meditative Stranger, and Haunted Scream. With that, EJthePodcast starts us off, so let's head down to the match. EJ starts the match by playing a Crest of Wisdom and scouts the card to the bottom before passing. I think this is a good idea, so I also play a Crest of Impulse, also scout to the bottom and pass the turn back. EJ plays a Xenon Banner depleted and passes. I play a Time Sigil, followed up by a Skycrag Stranger, and pass the turn back. EJ plays a Seed of Cunning depleted and passes. I start my turn by sending my Skycrag Stranger into the red zone for 2. I then play my Hardy Stranger, followed up by playing my Token of Knowledge, selecting Shadow for the influence, and finally seeking Power for a Justice Sigil, and after a full turn, I pass the turn. EJ starts their turn by playing a Granite Monument and passes. Once again, I attack with both Strangers for a total of 3 damage. I then play the recently fetched Justice Sigil and pass. At the end of my turn, EJ takes advantage of this moment to cast Wisdom of the Elders, drawing 2 cards. For their turn, they play an Amber Waystone, followed up by a Fledgling Ivysaur, and that ends their turn. Back to me, I start off by attacking with both Strangers, and again EJ blocks, with the Hardy Stranger only taking 2 this time. I finish my turn by playing a Shadow Sigil and passing. EJ decide to hold back for their turn and passes right back. I draw for turn, playing a Fire Sigil and casting Meditative Stranger, giving all 3 of my units Aegis. I proceed to attack with my 2 previous units. EJ blocks the 1/2 and then casts Display of Knowledge in response, tutoring for a relic. They end up taking 2 to the face, and I end my turn. EJ starts their turn off by playing a Primeval Plover, targeting the Ivysaur, giving it a +1/+2 and passing. On my turn, I attack with all 3 units this time. EJ blocks the Hardy with the Ivysaur, and I cast Jellic's Choice, giving all my units a +1/+1 in response. This allows my Hardy Stranger to live, and EJ takes 8, knocking them down to 8. I follow up is a Time Sigil, and I pass the turn. EJ draws for turn and plays an Eternity Core and passes. For my turn, I attack with all 3 Strangers again, and this time EJ blocks the bigger 2, losing their Plover, but only taking 2 to the face. After combat, I mirror image my Meditative Stranger, giving me another 4/5 Aegis. And then I play a Token of Vision for a Justice Influence and pass. EJ plays an Adaptive Predator for their turn and passes back to me. I go ahead and attack with everything, and then cast Display of Instinct in the +4/+4 mode on an unblocked Stranger to finish them off and ending the game. Alrighty, for game number 2, I keep an opening hand of Token of Knowledge, Shadow Sigil, Justice Sigil, Primal Sigil, Display of Instinct, Recano Stranger, and Cruciation. EJthePodcast keeps a hand of Seed of Wisdom, Shugo Standard, Strategize, Averyx Familiar, Twin Brood Sauropod, and Petition. I start us off by playing a Token of Knowledge, selecting Time Influence, and passing. EJ plays a Seed of Wisdom and passes. I play a Shadow Sigil, followed by my Recano Stranger, and pass. EJ plays a Shugo Standard and passes back. I attack for 2 of my Recano Stranger, then play a Crest of Glory, putting the card on the bottom of my deck. EJ plays an Amethyst Monument, followed by a Petition, drawing a power card from their deck, and passes. I again attack for 2, play another Primal Sigil, then casting Resilient Wagoneer. Yes, I know it's not a stranger, but deck construction limitations require it. And I pass the turn. Nereid plays a Crest of Wisdom, scouting a card to the bottom, then strategizes drawing 2 and putting a card on the bottom of their deck. I play a Shadow Sigil, triggering Wagoneer, giving itself a +2/+2, and with the sequencing error, then play my Valorous Stranger. I send both Rakano Stranger and Wagoneer into the red zone, triggering Warcry, and Nereid takes 5. Nereid plays a Fire Sigil on their turn, followed by a Nesting Aevasaur, placing a card from their hand on top of their deck and having it cost 2 less, and passes. I start off by playing a Stone Scour Stranger, then playing the Sigil, just a Sigil, learning from my earlier mistake. This triggers the Wagoneer for a +6/+6, and I attack with just the Wagoneer. Nereid elects not to block and takes 7, taking them to 9, and I pass. Nereid draws the Echo card they placed on the top of their previous turn, talk about synergy, then playing Twin Brood Sauropod. They then play a Dragon Breath, making the Sauropod the student and dealing damage to the Wagoneer. I respond by dealing 4 to the Ivysaur with Display of Instinct, and both units die. With no blockers up, I go ahead and swing with the team, triggering 3 Warcries and getting in for 7, taking Nereid down to just 2 life. I play just a Sigil and end my turn. Nereid plays the Sauropod's twin brother and passes. I get a sense of deja vu as it's towards the end of the game and I draw a Display of Honor again. I swing with all 3 strangers and I like to leave up the display in my hand in case they have a fast spell, since each stranger is already lethal on its own. With no tricks in hand, lethal gets through and I take the game. Final thoughts time. I was a little worried about how Stranger synergies were going to do in a Singleton format with such minimal tutoring available and each stranger bringing something unique to the board state. But for both games, I was lucky enough to have just enough synergy between them to have decent attacks going, which I think was lucky. But in all honesty, I feel like the displays are what really took me over the top on both games, being extremely useful and powerful, which just goes to show you that they're great in every format, which makes me really glad I included them in this deck and will probably continue to do so in any of my multi-faction decks. As for Nereid's deck, he was going off of a Ramp/Dinosaur theme deck, which I think could have created some really fun gameplay if the deck wasn't faced with such aggressive starts, both games from my deck. I think with maybe a little bit more removal or slightly better ramp curve, the board would have stabilized a little bit sooner and balanced out. But I understand with a budget limitation on deck construction and stuff like that, maybe some off theme cards should have been used to kind of balance out the curve a little bit to even it out. But who knows, maybe next time we will just play the same matchup with no deck limitations and just go ham on it. But we'll have to see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for tuning in to another Eternal Journey video. I hope you like the content. If you'd like to see more content like this, by all means hit that subscribe and like button down below. It goes a long way towards helping me continue this process. You can follow me at EJthePodcast on Twitter and get alerts whenever new videos and content goes up. And you can catch me streaming live on twitch.tv/Jedi_EJ every Wednesday and Saturday afternoon. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.